now, it's just a title sequence. You don't even get this kind of energy when you're in the game.
Oh, but you will.
Oh, but you will. This is it. This is the energy we're at.
Vitality.
Look at Vitality, man. Look at them sneaking in through the lobby, out to the heart. Oh, but the dual Berettas, Hugo. We love the dual Berettas. Let's see what he can get away with. ZTR bringing out the dualies.
Oh, here they come.
This is it, ZTR. You got your work cut out for you. The dualies are in with the first, but that is it. Cut down after that. ZywOo and Masuta make quick work out of this A-bomb site. And the rotations have got to come through for NIP. A pretty grisly main smoke dropped. But up on top of main, there's another man trying to hold down the line. Shox locked in a fight outside, gets tapped by Nuke, and so in the blink of an eye, the vent rotate and the outside rotate have found a killer piece. Masuta and ZywOo, the two players that opened this round up, now have to get it over the line as well. Just ZywOo, as he's left in the clutch, wrapping around the silo, dancing on the boxes, but Plopsky is there from the heavens above to lock in that round for NIP.
Yeah, lovely little retake from a man down as well, right? Like CTR, 1-for-1 on the dualies. I'd say that's fine. I'm yet to see anyone get a multi-kill since Keto. And so I don't know if I rep them, but hey.
Yeah, but shout out Keto one time.
Remember that one round like 6 months ago? Woohoo, that was good, but never again.
Suddenly dualies were like a lot more prominent after that. And like, everyone very quickly realized like, these actually are not very good.
No. But yeah, pressure's on for ZTR here. I mean, starting on the CT side is nice, right? Like, we know he's going to be calling. I'm sure Hampus has, stuff to say as well. And I imagine it'll be a team effort. But on the CT side, it's going to be a lot more easy. You know your rotates. You know what you should be doing, your protocols when certain positions are lost. And so as long as that is kept up to date, then it should be no problem for NIP. So I was smoking main. Rest of his team running amok outside. They're going to cross down towards B. There's already a rotate here from the vent side. Going back up is Hampus, though, as Util blankets A. That actually cancels him out on B. They spot him, and they run right by. Bye-bye, Hampus. We're going to get the plant in now. Hope you don't mind. And he does. He's here with a vengeance.
Oh, he swings the door, and he's just fighting them with the MP9. Only good for the first kill. A lot of damage to his old mate Apex there, but we'll get finished off thanks to Plopsky. Masuta can't tap them down with the tech. Here's the wrap from Shox that has nailed the first, and ZywOo dropping through the vent in the meantime. The bomb is not planted for him, and that MP9 needs reloading, if my memory serves me right. So he's out of action just for a moment. Shoxy is the man that has the round in the palm of his hands. They tap the bomb in with the peak. So much damage, but neither kill comes of it. Shox needs to just land one bullet, and Rez taps him out with the USP. That is brutal. Look at how low he got both of those players, but he can't get it over the line. You thought Shox had that in the bag. That looked like a round made for him.
I have no answers. No idea. Oh, dearie me. That should have been Shox's. Unfortunate stuff. The Tech 9, it gives and it takes. And today it gives NIP a round 2-0, and we got the bye, though. Vitality won't wait long for it. AK's moving outside fast again with those smokes. This time we see players go around the smokes to fight into this A site. Nuke, though, he has the cross with the AUG and scoped up, ready and waiting. They're actually going to walk close into him. He might not be ready for how quick they're here. Or the barrel gives it away. Nuke gets a warning, and he's going to try and spray them down. 2 kills with the bomb loose. That's a good hold for Nuke. Still Vitality own outside control. It's important not to feed them the picks here to give them more room to move. And so Rez repositions and takes this pixel angle, tagging out BK. And doing a little bit more. Plopsky even finishes Masuta in Garage, and they don't even need to really fight at this point, but they're going to peek together, and it shows great results. 2 for Plopsky, 1 for Rez, and a 3rd round for NIP. Don't think Vitality were expecting to just get crunched on there outside, but I admire the resilience. And yeah, 2 from the back garage position. That's definitely more than you need, really. So 3-0, and another eco for Vitality as NIP desperately look for this 2-0. Deegs ahoy.
Oh, the smoke in the door gives Hampus a false sense of security. He went to cross, and just before that smoke blooms, there's the peek from Apex that opens up the round now for Vitality. Loses out immediately after. These Deagles hoping to find some return on investment. Ooh. And if you can keep the shots raining in like that, Masuta, you shouldn't be hard-pressed. But there's that org rotating in. Gets a handle back on outside. Shox and ZywOo down through lower, down through secret they go in towards the B site, but the rotations are already here from Nib. They've got 2 players at ramp, primed and ready to just clamp down on this B play. They lose ZywOo, Shox gets the bomb plant, right? That's a little victory in and of itself, and he's not able to take it any further than that. The defuse is in, 1 extra kill to go on the tally, but it's still NIP up to 4.
Yeah, really good stuff right now. A little worrying, but I'm not going to let a slow start, make me too nervous for Vitality. They were getting absolutely shredded on the T side of Inferno with 7 or so straight rounds for NIP until they finally woke up and almost made that game happen. You got to wonder, if it didn't take them so long, it surely should have been theirs. But this is their map pick as well, so hoping for a little bit more depth on the T side today. I expect to see it. Although one problem is Nuke, man. This guy is a filthy AWP player. He was 6-0 in opening duels in that last map. He was besting ZywOo 3-1 in AWP kills, 5-2 in kills in general. So ZywOo's work is cut out for him. We just saw him the other day get beaten by Alu. And a lot of those head-to-heads as well. Ents managed to take a 2-0 against Vitality. Definitely been the dark horse of this group. NIP looking for a similar result. Smokes outside for the Frenchman. They're going to move out with them. Plopsky re-aggressing. They gave up yard early. Norcus swapped sides with him on the ramp. Hampus is here the whole time, and they do sort of check him, but not convinced. He gets away with 1, and plenty more info that Vitality have numbers outside.
Plopsky's trying to go through this smoke. Oh, decided whether or not he wants to go for it, and he will opt not to. While this has happened, Apex has crossed around him. Now, Plopsky could hit a timing, but likewise, so could Apex. There's Plopsky nailing his opportunity. For the other 3 players, it's back into lobby, hoping that ZywOo's AWP can remove someone from the round and accelerate an A play here. Nothing being given over to him yet, so it might fall to these rifles to make first contact. Behind this vent is Rez, and up on the rafters to draw the attention away is ZTR, but they've dropped down. They hit B. They've bypassed this 3-man hold. A missed shot out of Nuke has given some room over. Now ZywOo's posted up on the angle. A bomb plant's coming in, and Vitality are given a lot of time to get comfortable in this 3-on-4. They send 2 over towards ramp, but the bomb is not planted for them. Hopefully this doesn't come back to hurt Vitality. If ZywOo falls, no one else has a say in this bomb. He's only good for the 1. Masuta's having to come back from ramp, and that round falls apart.
Yeah, they put a lot of onus on trying to chase down that AWP, right? Like, get Nuke out of the round. We know he's trapped to ramp. We know he's alone. But as you say, like, yeah, very dangerous bomb plant to be playing for that position. Masuta had to just immediately swing and take the fight to Rez, because if he crosses, he can just stick the defuse. Also, worth noting, we saw a lot of these kind of rounds for Vitality in that Ents game where they would use those smokes, they would get Shox into garage, then they would reset, go back to lobby, and let Shox lurk heaven or come in late in main and split this A site. That was what Vitality wanted to do in that round, but they lose Shox outside up close to Hampus, and Apex had to do his role instead. And after losing Apex, cleared out by Plopsky in garage, Vitality just desperate hit B. It was a round that really wasn't what they wanted from the get-go, in terms of not having the right players alive or even in the right positions, but they made the best of a bad situation in getting a B bomb plant. It's enabled this buy, and they're doing the pistol all over again. Nades on the roof and a rush through the heart into that A site. It's going to get messy. Rez with a double dropping in. ZywOo shooting up, and Rez is already in his face. RPK trades, but up the vent is Hampus here to play. He's not needed. Nuke gets a shot off with the AWP, and NIP 6-0 right now. A dominant CT side on Nuke. And Vitality yet to answer.
Scary, scary times for Vitality, but a great, great game out of NIP right now. Things are looking good for these guys. We're getting a hell of a performance out of a few key individuals, but it just feels like, actually, I say a few key individuals. It feels like everyone's had a moment in this game so far where like they've had to step up and they deliver on that. Really looking like they're not feeling the pressure. They're believing in this victory, and at a 6-0 scoreline, it's it's looking good for that. Hampus crossing into Secret. They haven't had to contend with this yet on the side of Vitality. There's a flash getting lined up for his peak. That's Nuke looking to throw it from CT. It pops now. There's the peak from Hampus, but only one kill. Rez also going through those outside smokes, gets dealt with. And so finally, Vitality have got a man advantage, a 4-on-3. The NIP are not able to contest.
Yeah, they seem ready for that flash as well. I don't know if they caught Hampus, watched him go on the cross. The only way they could have done that is that glaive smoke he threw on Red actually had a bit of a gap. It bounced quite heavily, so they might have actually seen him crossing Secret there. They seem very aware, even with a flash in their face. 2 kills for 1. It's a great trade. Plopsky watching for this hell wrap, right, knowing the tendencies of Vitality, but they're just going to take the room they've been given and try and trade their way to the B bomb site. Plopsky sees nothing on the spot. RPK is waiting for a rotate out of main down Secret. Plopsky has dropped on the ramp. It's a good call for NIP to put numbers on B, and ZTR isn't watching. He's waiting for them to come his way.
Oh, yeah, but seeing the head, Shocks takes it off. And Plopsky is dismantled right away. Vitality, they break the curse. It's similar to back on Inferno, right? A huge streak early on for NIP, and now we have the response for Vitality. This is where you're hoping they can chain together a couple of rounds, build back up into this game. The buy, as long as Nuke gets away with this AWP, is still coming in for NIP in this next round, right? He's going to get a nice little cash injection at the end of this. He can drop 2 rifles into play. Hampus can buy himself. And, you know, suddenly you've got like 4 weapons in this round, so that's all right. Still, recipe is there for Vitality to get back into this one. You know, while you have a buy next, money's gone after that. And so that is how Vitality get back into this game. They're even hunting down the AWP right at the end. Nuke wants to stay alive. They're pressuring him. And with that shot missing, he is now gone. Yeah. And suddenly the idea of buying, I don't know. You could go for it, right? Like, Nuke's got a lot of extra money. You could divvy this up some kind of way where you end up with like 3 rifles still.
Yeah, he's dropped 2 M4s and Hampus bought the AWP instead. That's a good trade for NIP.
But you are still feeling the effects of losing that AWP in a very big way, right? Like, yeah, you have a buy here. It's not perfect. It's pretty ugly.
But if you win it, right, it's a risk you're taking. If you win it, you bite back, you immediately respond on Vitality's first 1 round, and you can start to build and keep streaking on this CT side. It's worth the risk. That much is clear, but are they gonna put their money where their mouth is? Apex climbing up. If Hampus gets aggressive in this position, he will be spotted, but he hears the shots from Silo, so knows not to do that. NIP holding back. And wise of them to do so. Vitality were very ready for any kind of aggression on what would be a low economy round, right? Pushing into the lobby. Not going to be allowed, not even going to be considered. And late smokes outside is the game plan for Vitality. This is often what their rounds divulge into. Util coming out, Hampus watching for the red cross. He's dropped the first. Saiwu not going to be able to trade. Hampus not giving him the satisfaction, and he even gets a dig. That's beautiful for Hampus. He falls out very happy indeed, chuckling his way to B. And Vitality will avoid him by taking the garage. If they run, Hampus hears it, and I think the call is made. I've heard them push past. So Apex has. And again, Shox, who is often tasked with this exact role, is dead. So it's up to Apex to fill the void. And he's got the bomb as well. Doesn't want to lose it to the AWP here. That could be the round said and done.
Oh, yeah, missed flick, but a lot of information right on the back of that spot. 4-on-4, Vitality up against this kind of mishmash buy. They're hoping to find success on the back of an A play, but a lot of bodies inside of this bomb site for NIP. Rez, does he want to go through? The bomb has to get in, and they're looking to deny it on the side of NIP. With those kills, the round is locked in. Rez with the swing, plays it and times it to perfection. As that bomb starts to get planted, he swings out. There's no time to recover it. If he didn't get both players there, I think there was still time for a bomb plant. Dude. So a huge round out of Rez.
Look at Saiwu, man. He's holding the smoke. The second he looks away, right there is when Rez comes through. Rez waited so long for that opportunity. Saiwu had the cover. That should have just been the kill and the bomb plant, and then Nuke left to save. But no, not today. Oh, it's devastating for Vitality. Felt like they just got there in time. Nuke now with the AWP. If they jump, they're dead. Oh, they crossed there through the smoke, 2 for 1, getting the tag to Masuta and the bomb, which will make it down to B safely with no information. Nuke doesn't see them. He only sees one smoke. The call might not be there. Is Hampus ready for a fight this fast? Yes, he gets one, finishing the job done by the Orb. But the bomb's spotted down in B now, and NIP throwing bodies at the problem. Shox hears the drop, and he waits on the lurk. He doesn't want to give it up too early. And now hearing Nuke rotate down gives Shox a chance to pounce.
Oh, the molly burns Nuke down very, very low. He's still having to worry about ramp as well. This isn't a clean-cut round for NIP, and they're learning that the hard way. The Deagle of Plopsky might have just saved them, though. Dealing with ZywOo, dropping the bomb, now upgraded onto an AK. Apex will retrieve it, now looking to get it planted. Shox is still a long way away. He's lurking back through the lobby, going towards Vent to try and drop into this B site, but Apex is getting surrounded. He is all alone, hung out to dry, and dealt with by this UMP.
Oh, no.
Shox makes noise dropping in the vent. Now they should be aware. Doesn't look like they are aware. And they heard it, Rez. Keeping an eye on this, but someone's got to get on that bomb soon. You don't want to give Shox more time than needed. He's got another attempt at a clutch here. Last one on B didn't go his way, but this time around, it's close. Not over the line, though. The defuse is in. It's going to be close.
I think he's got it.
But I think he's got it. 8 to 1
It's not even
is
close,
on the board. Nice and easy, like we all expected.
There was a kitten door as well, but, you know, he knew he had it. CTR, big brain on the shoulders. The young gun at the helm of NIP right now. And winning a must-had clutch to... Yeah, that vent drop was very loud. It felt like NIP should have cottoned on. They were still checking spots. I think maybe the call made like, I think I heard him vent. And so at least Rez went to look, but not everyone, just in case it was misinfo. And yeah, okay, nice try for Shox. 2 kills there, 3 in the round, but he is traded. And so the heartbreak of Vitality again on this T side. The bomb plant has provided them with more to work with, but back-to-back rounds for NIP since Vitality found their first. If anything, like Vitality are going to have more money here than the Ninjas, who have been losing lots of players in the rounds that they win. Coming down to clutches, coming down to players surviving due to the clock. So that's expensive.
I'm going to give you a bit of an update once again from all the streams that are going on right now. So if you don't want spoilers, now's the time to mute. You get a lot less time this time because it's a live round. So pick up the pace. There you go. You should be muted. FaZe just 2-0'd Ent, 16-3 on the second map. And then Mouse Sports up 6-5 over G2. It's pretty exciting stuff going on right now. FaZe with a dominant victory. What the hell? NIP also dominant in this second map? I don't know, man. There's too much going on.
Alsports maybe winning their first series? That's as well another idea. Crazy stuff. And yeah, like a 2-0 at this point is what NIP are gunning for in this competition. If they want to guarantee that spot, it's going to feel nice.
Nuke holding on, rewarded for his patience, and not a trade in sight from Vitality. I really like what we're getting out of NIP. Never afraid to take these kind of, you know, minute risks, right? You're facing in Hut. That could have given a kill away, but you got faith in Nuke, you got faith in that AWP, and it provides another attempt at the vent drop. Hampus has missed both these timings, very unfortunate. Does have the double doors open to swing into the site, and will deal with Masuta. ZywOo alone in B is fast wrapped by ZTR, and the other 2 players of Vitality never even down the vent, now having to rotate in to a bomb site that NIP have fully rotated onto. All with the exception of Plopsky, but he's just coming in late from Secret, right? That could also be an extra element that Shox has to consider that maybe he isn't right now. They are holding the vent, almost like they don't know he's here, but it doesn't matter. ZTR has still overwhelmed him.
Yeah, I just love how suffocating this is for NIP, right? Like, they're foaming at the mouth for some of these kills. The rounds that we see them collapse outside when Vitality don't smoke. We have 3 or 4 players facing Yard to kill these players before they cross or get control towards Hell. There, Hampus already B gets one, shuts the door in their face, and then as ZywOo tries to warbang, he gets hunted from vents. No time to even fire off his second AWP shot. No room given to Vitality, no respect. And why would you stop this now? 9-1, double ramp setup. They've read it well. It's the first time we've seen Vitality charge, and they're getting absolutely shredded once again. Apex dead in the water, and it's a 10-1 lead to NIP. No prisoners. no survivors, and no problem.
Yeah, I'm kind of like lost for words. Like, this is great from NIP, but also like, what's happening with Vitality? Don't get me wrong, NIP are playing great, like lights out CS, very, very suffocating. I think that's a very good word to describe it, right? They're always making you feel like they're challenging your map control, they're pushing and prodding, and you're taking key kills and key areas away with it. But regardless, like, this is not the kind of scoreline you expect out of a Vitality game. Hampus now in a different position again. A lot of tricks up his sleeve outside. Never even needed. Rez has just deleted 2 on that peak. The spray transfer to find them. The flashes keep coming. There's more where that came from as well, as Hampus now makes his presence known. And in the blink of an eye, this round is left to RPK, who's been wrapped through the lobby.
Want to know the saddest part about all of that? There's 3 different rounds in this game where Apex has gone top silo and spammed that corner that Hampus played in, that little garage cubby. He shoots it just to make sure no one's going to swing out there off the flash. They've done that round after round. Hampus has never played there. Boom. First round, Vitality charge yard with no one on silo. Hampus is there, flashed out, looking for fights. And again, NIP, they don't even let Vitality cross or get that map control or go B. They just kill them where they stand.
Back to pistols, Vitality, the grim realization that this is not looking good for a victory whatsoever. You know, they needed a 2-0, and they might get dealt one here by NIP. Sure, you made Inferno close, but here on the map pick of Vitality, it couldn't get more one-sided.
NIP are trying to make it so.
That's what someone's going to... It could have got more one-sided. It could have been 12-0.
Yeah,
well, that's a pretty valid point, actually.
Yeah.
And you're right to point that out.
Technically the truth. But late smokes, it's the bread and the butter of Vitality. But NIP don't really care whether there are smokes or not. Their B rotates have been very good as well, even with lurkers coming through in the form of Shocks. When he's been allowed, I hope Shocks gets to play into this round. In so many positions, he's been killed early by Hampus aggressing in yard. So everyone doing it silently here for Vitality, sneaking down B. Shh, don't tell anyone. NIP have no idea. But they are considering it. Plopsky coming in off ramp, and now the running begins here. The time is ticking. Plopsky is here to play for retake. If he can get any kills before that plant comes in, that's going to be a nice relief. The bomb has to cross past him as well, so smoke or flash, anything is going to be needed to get him off this angle. Smoke on the other side, and Plopsky can kill Zaiwu before he plants.
Oh, there's another smoke, right? That's a big smoke to come in. Lets this bomb get across, and now looking to get planted with very little time left. It comes in. Vitality set up in the 5v5. They turn it into a 5-on-4. The Tech9 of Apex charges Rez down. Out through ramp come the remaining 3 for NIP. And while they have dealt with the first, there are a lot more bodies left to quell. Plopsky doubling down, but from above, they drop onto the last man. And it's Plopsky fighting to the last breath as he grabs that defuse. NIP up to 12, and the double drop. Fun don't stop down in that B bomb site, man.
Oh dear, the suffocation continues, choked out and slammed on the ground. Vitality right now inside of B.
Mate, that round as well, like, because it was so, that wasn't like suffocation in the sense, you know, they're like just wringing his neck out. That's like a Vitality sleeping in bed and NIP putting the pillow of Vitality. Right?
Oh, on the B bomb site, no one can hear you scream. One of the bodies got thrown into the, water as well. Under the map, sinking. Oh my goodness, 12-1. Is there any hope? That was a 5-on-3 for Vitality. They should have had that one in the bag, but NIP, again, criminals right now. Apex has wrapped Hampus. The molly actually provides him a bit of room there, and he's going to get the opener. Dead to the orb through the smoke, and Masuta takes the space on ramp with the bomb. They're going to drop quick as well. There's no rotator yet, and actually the main position of rotation that NIP have been using has been the ramp, so that has been cordoned off for now. Red tape everywhere. Flash out the door, but ZTR is going to wait for his team before he commits to this retake. And this is, okay, again, I hesitate saying this is the best chance Vitality have had it around. It should have been the last one, but surely this can be a little bit better.
Yeah, it certainly should, right? Like looking at where people are set up, looking at the angles NIP have, but there's no accounting for individual brilliance. And that's what NIP is showing up in spades with when it comes to these retakes. They got to move quickly, but the kills are coming in, and it's all left onto Shox again. Another clutch needed, trying to hold down ramp, and Shox is the guy you would want here, but tapped out by ZTR, who's absolutely dominating Vitality. The defuse, it's going to be close, but it's 13 on the board for NIP. They leave it to the last possible second, and Vitality, this is about to be an incredibly dominant defeat.
It's about to be. I think it's already feeling like that.
Yeah,
it's not over till it's over, but oh my goodness.
It's not over till it's over, but sometimes it's already over.
Yeah,
and this could be one of those games.
Yeah, what else?
Not much insinuating it's going to go the other way. Well, hang on a second.
You're around early.
Yeah,
mate.
I mean, look, we're like bringing in the victory music. 13-1. 13-1. First half ain't even over yet.
Oh, there's no survivors.
And the sound guy's like, yeah, just play it out.
Get him out of
here. Go
here.
to commercials. Make that money. Hit the button.
No.
Oh, Rez through the smoke. Zywoo out of the round. The man that often can make the impossible happen. The one who maybe could have put 2 on the board to save themselves from embarrassment. But no, NIP, they want all the marbles.
Plopsky's pushed his own smoke on ramp. They have no clue. They got to go back for the bomb. And Plopsky, if he just waits in this position, he will get rewarded. He will get given kills. And this is the last thing they're expecting. CTR's even pushed through. They check him at least, but no kill. And now Plopsky hides his res to get the kill from the A site. And one by one, Vitality fall into a mushy paste. Hampus misses that one. But it's not going to be a matter. It's not going to be a worry for NIP, who have a 5-on-2 to close the half. The AWP fires off, and Apex is all that stands.
And he's a dead man walking. ZTR there to reap the reward right at the end. NIP, insanely dominant, 14-1. Yeah. Looking to make the 2-0 happen. And now we've got that musical cue right when we need it, as we throw this one over to a quick break. And then the domination restarts all over again.
Hey Future Pros! Today I wanted to show you another method to take outside and find picks on the T side of Nuke. This execute will obstruct a lot of vision from the CTs and possibly force a warehouse player out into the open for a fairly easy pick. For this execute, you will need 4 Future Pros along with 3 smokes, 2 mollies and 2 HEs. Future Pro 1, you'll be throwing the bottom hell window smoke. To throw this smoke, hop into this corner. Aim at the top of this pipe vent and slightly to the right of the line. Run forward and jumping through the smoke as you get close to the wall in front. Save your molly, as you can use this to block off secret as you spend more time outside. Future Pro number 2, you only have a warehouse smoke to throw, so don't mess it up. To throw the warehouse smoke, look into the center of this wall. Aim at the bracket on the silo. Then jump throw the smoke. After this, head into lobby and hold off any pushes. Future Pro number 3, you'll be throwing the A main smoke, mollying secret, and saving a HE for CT red. To throw your smoke, position yourself so half of this vent is cut off by the wall. Aim to the top of the cables, run forward and throw the smoke just before hitting the box. Then clear some close angles and hop onto this box. From here you can throw a molly to cover secret and hold the push. If you feel like it, throw your HE to CT red with Future Pro 4. Future Pro number 4, you'll be throwing the CT red molly along with a HE. To throw your molly, wait for the warehouse smoke to bloom, then make your way into this gap. Aim at the lower corner of the garage door and jump throw the molly. This will land behind CT red and possibly cause a counter-terrorist to rotate back towards the ladder area. After this, running through your HE behind CT red, as you could get some chip damage on the rotating player. Then have Future Pro 1 boost you behind T red, and if you're quick enough you should be able to catch any CT trying to get up from warehouse to ladder. And that's about it. This execute is a nice way to find a pick outside. If you have confidence in your aim, I have no doubt you should be able to catch CT player out.
tell me you guys just sat through a break and then this second half is going to be shorter than that whole time period? Man, you guys are crazy. 14-1, NIP, just a matter of rounds away from getting it done. Vitality with 1 round. And that's all there is to say about that.
Sad state of affairs here for the Frenchman. But NIP sweeping through this group and looking good while they do it. Rez with the raid boss, P2 armored up. Hampus tapping with a Glock as well. Apex, plenty of ammo to throw down range, but no brain.
Yikes, dog.
Hampus one taps him out. Now they can split A, get into main. Through the smoke they go. Hampus walking in. Rez does get domed outside, but they're still going to commit to this one. The flank is in. They know about it, but they still want to look forward before they look back. Instead, Hampus attacks, and he gets 4. Looking for an ace now. It's Nuke trying to close the round. Hampus might have to instead, and there it is. An ace for Hampus, taking 15, whether Vitality like it or not.
Yeah, man. Well, now we've arrived at our conclusion to this series.
Ooh.
It's an ace to get NIP there. And really, you know, credit to them. They have been the better team in this series through and through, as demonstrated very nicely.
I mean, this has been some of the best T-side calling we've ever seen from ZTR.
Yeah, right.
2 rounds, close the game, simple as that.
I mean, that's the whole thing, right? For ZTR, he's like, look, if I just nail the first half, I don't even have to do anything in the second. Yeah, mate, now we've just given it to anyone. It's just like a bit of a free-for-all, really, as to who's having their input now.
Jokes aside, though, definitely had some really good rotates and great patience on the first half when needed, right? On those retakes, they won so many man disadvantaged positions. It was uncanny. So, yeah, like, you know, while you may not be as heavy-handed on the calling in that CT half, you're definitely still coming in with key information, key calls. And so, yeah, a lot of credit to the young gun at ZTR. But right now, we might not get to see what he's got to show us, as this could be over before we know it. Pulling out all the stops, smokes outside, and Apex can do nothing but respect them.
Oh, Hampus is even peeking ahead. Trying to fight Apex back in CT. If you're NIP, you just want to win this round, right? This is the easiest round you're going to get in the entirety of this game. And you don't want to let Vitality pick up any kind of steam and ever worry, you know? Like, now you're in a 4-on-4. You want to seize this moment. You want to seize the gap in the B plate. ZTR caught with nades in his hands by Shoxy and turning back into the site. Shox digs down another. This was exactly what you didn't want if you're NIP. Back into the A bomb site. Hampus gave us an ace in the pistol. Well, now we're asking for 4. Plopsky will get the bomb planted, and Hampus is waiting for secret rotations, trying to thin out these players before they get into the site, before it becomes a problem. And there's a freebie for Hampus. Now the outside player trying to fixate on him. He loses Plopsky back in the site, so Hampus has got no choice but to fight for this control, to fight for the round. And while he does nail the first shot, the defuse is in for Vitality.
Oh, okay, yeah. That was, well, safe to say a necessity. It's just up against such insurmountable odds. You know, NIP might just even continue rebuying to close it. They could eco and get a full gun round of the next, but you could definitely throw in a fast pistol force, get Tech-9s out A, go for a quick ramp. You've got all the room in the world to work with it. But instead, looking like they just want to eco. And fair enough, right? Like, you have faith in your gun rounds. You know, Vitality are full bought here and in the follow-up no matter what, so... yeah, just pistols in 1D around a bunch of Glocks. This is a surprising call to see. But one that really doesn't make too much difference in the grand scheme of things. Now this, safe to say, is an impossible round, and I feel a lot more confident now that the Deagle is out of the fray. So we're flashing his teammate from Secret. Apex comes up with a double, dropping another, and this should be Apex's round through and through. Feels good, but in the middle of a mess are Vitality. Where are their heads at right now? 15-3. And And killing blocks like that only reaffirms, like, uh-oh, they're coming in with a gun round now. Like, if you're Vitality, you're hoping that NIP get ahead of themselves, start forcing, start, you know, breaking their own money. But that's not the case.
Yeah, that round, man. You know, it's like a short spell of rain and a never-ending drought for Vitality. They need a downpour. Masuta playing with fire. Playing with smokes, rather. Can't have one without the other. RPK up close with the auto shotgun. Late smokes for NIP by the looks of things as they go back towards T-Spawn. Masuta wins that initial engagement, and now while the outside smokes go in, Apex is primed and ready to have a bit of a say in how this round shapes up. ZywOo is lining up this pop flash for him. I think the difference here, last time we saw the flash attempted for NIP, it felt like it went a lot higher, so it gave you more time to dodge it. ZywOo's looked like it was a much lower trajectory, but instead, the flash isn't used, and they just get churned up. Oh, actually, it was. It pops over the top there.
Yeah, went in early. Apex didn't peek with it. He hesitated. He held off and hoped that they wouldn't check him. He gets 1-for-1, and ZywOo does the same, so works out pretty well. Those B rotates are in, and yeah, ZywOo spammed the smoke as they were crossing to Apex. Certainly helped him with that hold. Didn't matter, though. They clean it up. And 4 found, 4 Vitality. Slow and steady wins the race, but NIP, it already feels like they're past the finish line.
Yeah, and you know, that can be a team's downfall. Like,
Sure.
let's be real. I don't think anyone is sat here like, oh my god, NIP, are they really about to lose this? You know, it's 15-4. Like, there's still a huge deal of rounds there and gameplay that has to come in before Vitality are even close to clinging back on. But it's, well, hang on a second. Let's know. Okay, Apex is all good. He gets it back. Of course, why didn't I believe in this guy, man? Why didn't I believe in Apex from main? Gets it all back under control. As I was saying, you know, the one thing that can be your undoing in situations like this, we've seen it happen before. We have seen times like this before where it feels like one team's already won. You've only got to get one round. I mean, you know, we've already got 15 of them. So by that kind of comparison, it should be easy. And then that round never comes. Then that one round that you're so desperately fighting for never arrives on the scoreboard. And suddenly you're left thinking to yourself, well, how have we managed this? How aren't we just able to get 5 kills and close this game? Meanwhile, Vitality, you know, hopefully they start to believe more. They start to grind their way back in, and they go, well, hey, look, did we do all this to just get 10 rounds and then lose? No, we did this to win, to make the comeback happen. Yeah. So you can feel those scales of momentum tip back the other way. We're not yet there yet. They can sneak up on you pretty quickly. The outside smokes are in. This time, it's an opening kill for NIP. ZywOo reclaims that and puts us back into a 4-on-4. A big trade, or an equalizer, rather, outside. Now the ramp room split coming in. They lose Hampus back in lobby. The numbers dwindling again for NIP. The elusive Shoxy getting out of the ramp room. Lives to fight in the B bomb site. They need the opener, and there's Apex removed, but Shox is still here, and he's not going quietly. It's left to Nuke in the 1v2. Bomb looking to get planted, but the rotations are already here.
He found a smoke, dropping it to enable a plant. He knows one's behind the door, but they swing it wide open. And that should be info, right? Shots as a molly is thrown. That's now Nuke knowing where they're coming from. And he has time before that smoke fades. Reposition, get behind the boxes. Tucked back in the dark room, waiting for them to discount this position. They don't have util to get him out. Only flashbangs to flush. Nuke waiting for the kill. He's not giving them room. He wants to fight straight away. He wants to close, and he will. 16-5. Nuke does it on his own. 1v3 to find the map. He found a clutch of the same caliber back on Inferno, and he'll do it here to close out the series. 2-0 for NIP. Vitality made mincemeat in this series.